Good morning, students. I am Annamali D'Souza, lecturer in history, SVS College, Bangalore. Now I am going to discuss on a topic, Mysore, a model state. And this topic is selected from 3rd BA history paper, Making of Modern India. This concept, that is Mysore, a model state, why this concept is used in this paper? And the person who was responsible for development of Mysore state was Sir M. Vishvesvaraya. During his diwanship, he introduced various developmental works, and because of the changes or developmental works introduced by Vishvesvaraya, Mysore achieved all-round progress. The administration of Mysore was restored to the Odayars of Mysore in 1799 AD after the end of 4th Anglo-Mysore War. But again, after the Nagara revolt of 1831, Mysore state was brought under the direct rule of the British. After introducing their direct rule, British appointed commissioners to administer over Mysore state, and this commissioners' rule existed in Mysore state from 1831 to 1881. And during the rule of these commissioners, especially Markaban and Bowring, they laid a foundation for the development of Mysore, and their rule or their administration is also responsible for the foundation of modern state. In 1881, Mysore state was rendition to Chamaraja Odayar X. Means here again, Mysore state was handed over to the Odayars family, that is to Chamaraja Odayar X. And this Chamaraja Odayar X was ruled till 1894. He was ruled till 1894, and Chamaraja Odayar X was succeeded by Krishnaraja Odayar IV. And when Krishnaraja Odayar IV was succeeded to the Mysore state, that marked the beginning of new era. And this new era mainly because of the administration or diwanship of Sir M. Vishvesvaraya. This Sir M. Vishvesvaraya was appointed as the Diwan of Mysore by Krishnaraja Odayar IV. And during the rule of these Odayars, that is Chamaraja Odayar X and Krishnaraja Odayar IV, two great Diwans, they administered over Mysore state, and these two prominent Diwans of Mysore state were, first one is Sir M. Vishvesvaraya or Sir Mokshagundam Vishvesvaraya, and then another prominent Diwan was Sir Mirza Ismail. First I am going to discuss about Sir M. Vishvesvaraya. This Sir M. Vishvesvaraya, he was a versatile genius, or he was also known for his ability, that is mainly mental ability, or his genius, or he was also regarded as a born genius. And at the same time, he also considered as the architect and maker of modern Mysore. Sir M. Vishvesvaraya is also considered as the maker and architect of modern Mysore. And this fame and name goes to Vishvesvaraya because he introduced various developmental works in different departments, and because of those changes or developmental works, Mysore achieved all-round progress and prosperity. So Vishvesvaraya is considered or regarded as the architect and maker of modern Mysore. Vishvesvaraya was born on 15 September 1861 at Muddenahalli that is in Chikkaballapur district. He was born on 15 September 1861 at Muddenahalli in Chikkaballapur district. He completed his primary education at Chikkaballapura. Then he went to Bangalore for his further studies. And at Bangalore he got his BA degree from Central College. Then he proceeded towards Pune, and at Pune he assumed his engineering degree, means he completed his engineering degree at Pune. After completing his engineering degree, he served Bombay government from 1884 to 1909. In the year 1909, he was appointed as the Chief Engineer of Mysore State. This is very important. In the year 1909, he was appointed as the Chief Engineer of Mysore State, and this is actually one of the great turning point in the history of Mysore State. Later, he was also appointed as the Diwan of Mysore in 1912. In 1912 AD, Sir M. Visvesvaraya was appointed as the Diwan of Mysore by Krishnaraja Wadeyar Court, or Nalvadi Krishnaraja Wadeyar. And when he was appointed as the Diwan of Mysore, Visvesvaraya introduced various changes in the administration, in the industry, in the education, then in the agriculture, etc. And during his diwanship, Mysore State witnessed all-round development. Visvesvaraya introduced various developmental works for the progress of Mysore State. And here we have some of the developmental works or changes or reforms which were introduced by Visvesvaraya for the progress of Mysore State as a Diwan of Mysore. First we have his administrative reforms, or the reforms which were introduced by Visvesvaraya in the field of administration. He introduced several changes in the administration, and during his diwanship, Visvesvaraya increased the number of members of Legislative Council from 18 to 24. He increased the number of members of Legislative Council from 18 to 24. Then he also increased the number of elected members of district and taluk boards. So all these are some of the changes introduced by Visvesvaraya in the administrative setup. Means by increasing these numbers of elected members, he also increased the voting rights of the people. Mainly some of the restrictions which are imposed on the voters were also removed by Visvesvaraya. Then village reform committees were also established for the progress of villages. Village reform committees were established for the progress of villages. Then a separate plan was drawn for the development of Malnad region. Here Visvesvaraya he given special attention to Malnad region, and a separate committee was also set up to introduce various reformative works in that Malnad region. Then he also introduced a uniform revenue policy. Uniform revenue policy. So all these are some of the administrative reforms of Visvesvaraya. Then we have the changes or developmental activities which were introduced by Visvesvaraya in the field of industry. Industrialize or perish was the famous slogan of Sir M. Visvesvaraya. Industrialize or perish was the famous slogan of Visvesvaraya, or he believed in that principle. So in order to strengthen the economy and also commercial activities of Mysore, a number of industries and factories were established by Visvesvaraya. Here, Visvesvaraya established a number of factories and industries in Mysore state for the progress of commerce and also economy. So here we have some of the important factories and industries which were established by Visvesvaraya. They are the iron works in Bhadravati. The iron works means that is one of the factory in Bhadravati. Then the sandal oil factory at Mysore. He also established the sandal oil factory at Mysore. Then he also established Mysore soap factory. Then the Central Industrial Workshop. This was at Bangalore. Central Industrial Workshop at Bangalore. Then the Iron and Steel Works at Bhadravati. Iron and Steel Works at Bhadravati. So all these are some of the large scale industries and factories which were established by Visvesvaraya. Then in order to support trade and commercial activities, the Mysore Chamber of Commerce and Industry was established. The Mysore Chamber of Commerce and Industries was also established by Visvesvaraya in order to support trade and commercial activities. Then railway construction also received state patronage for the development of industries and factories. Communication, mainly transportation, is also very important. So he also laid various railway lines throughout the state. So railway construction also received state patronage. Then apart from the large scale industries or large scale factories and industries, Visvesvaraya also given equal patronage or support to small scale industries and cottage industries. A large number of small scale and cottage industries were also established in Mysore state, mainly because of the patronage given by Visvesvaraya. So, some of the cottage industries which were received great importance during his diwanship were weaving, pottery, tiles, then woodwork, matchmaking, leather goods and agarbatti industries were also flourished. Means these are some of the cottage or small scale industries. Then Sir M. Visvesvaraya founded the Mysore Bank. This is very important step towards the progress of trade and commerce or commercial activities. That is the establishment of the Bank of Mysore or Mysore Bank, that is in the year 1913. And this bank, that is the Mysore Bank, was founded by Visvesvaraya in order to promote industries and commerce. So all these are the reforms which were introduced by Visvesvaraya in the field of industry or in the field of trade and commerce, etc. Then we have his reforms in the field of education. Here Visvesvaraya was a great educationist, or he was a fond of education. Means he was deeply concerned about education because he knew the importance of education. So he given lot of encouragement and also importance to the promotion of education. He believed that progress in every country depends mainly on the education of its people. So here progress of every country mainly depends on the education level of its people. This is also believed by Visvesvaraya. So in order to strengthen Mysore state, he given more importance to the promotion of education. He introduced compulsory primary education in Mysore state. Means compulsory primary education means basic education for all students or all children. Then scholarships were introduced to encourage education among the socially and economically backward classes. Here socially and economic backward classes, they received scholarships in order to receive basic education or primary education. Then at the same time, female education was also encouraged. Here Visvesvaraya, he given equal importance to all sections of the society. So socially, economically backward classes were also given encouragement to receive education, and at the same time female education was also encouraged. Then he also given an encouragement to the technical education for the growth of industries and factories. Technical education is also very necessary, that is skills, technical skills. So he given importance for technical education. Then he set up various centers of learning, mainly higher centers of learning, in order to promote education in Mysore state. Here we have some of the colleges or centers of higher learning which were started by Visvesvaraya, mainly in Mysore and Bangalore. So they are, first one is the Engineering College at Bangalore. He established Government Engineering College at Bangalore. Then he also established another institution, that is the Chamarajendra Technical Institute. That is technical institution, and the name of that technical institution is Chamarajendra Technical Institute, and this was started at Mysore. Then an agricultural school was established at Hyderabad, that is in Bangalore. An agricultural school was also established because Visvesvaraya was also given equal importance to agricultural development. And here one of the greatest achievement of Visvesvaraya in the field of education was the establishment of the University of Mysore. That is in the year 1916. In the year 1916, Visvesvaraya established the University of Mysore, and this is one of the greatest achievement of Visvesvaraya in the field of higher education, because that is university. University means the center of higher learning, and this university was established in the year 1916. Then he also established the Kannada Sahitya Parishad. Kannada Sahitya Parishad, that is in 1915, in order to support Kannada language, literature, etc. So these are the achievements of Visvesvaraya in the field of education. Then his support to the field of agriculture. Here Visvesvaraya he given equal importance to all fields, mainly industry, trade and commerce was also flourished because of the patronage or support given by Visvesvaraya. At the same time, he was also realized the importance of agricultural development or agricultural activities. So he given equal importance to agricultural activities. Here the greatest achievement of Sir M. Visvesvaraya was the construction of Krishnaraja Sagar Dam. The Krishnaraja KRS or Krishnaraja Sagar Dam was constructed by Sir M. Visvesvaraya. Actually, this was one of the another greatest achievement. Actually, he did several greatest works or achievements, and another important work or achievement of Visvesvaraya in the field of agriculture was the construction of Krishnaraja Sagar Dam. And when that construction was completed, that provided irrigational facilities to the Mandya region. Actually, that was a dry land, but after that KRS dam, this Mandya region was also brought under cultivation. Then he understood the needs of the farmers, so he reorganized the Department of Agriculture. Then he encouraged the use of improved seeds, manures and mode of agricultural implements. I mean, he encouraged by supplying the improved seeds, then manures, then mode of agricultural implements, etc. But in this way, he also supported the farmers in order to include in these agricultural activities. Then at Nagenahalli near Mysore, Agricultural Research Center was also established. An agricultural research center was established at Nagenahalli, that is near Mysore. So all these are the developmental works which are introduced by Visvesvaraya in the field of agriculture. By introducing these developmental activities in the field of agriculture, he supported the farmers, and with that the industries, trade, commerce, etc. Because these all things were linked each other. So he given equal importance to all activities. Then he expanded Mysore Economic Conference, which was inaugurated in 1911. This is another change or reform of Visvesvaraya, that is, he expanded Mysore Economic Conference, which was inaugurated in the year 1911, and it was decided to hold district and taluk level conferences. In that conference they also decided to hold district and taluk level conference in order to create public interest in the economic activities of the state. Means here Visvesvaraya wanted to educate all people regarding that commercial activities or economic activities of the state. And his great ambition was to eradicate poverty. He wanted to eradicate poverty, because poverty is a great curse, and that is also responsible for all other problems. So here Visvesvaraya, he tried to eradicate poverty by introducing various programs or various plans, projects, etc. He wanted to put India in the line of Western countries, because he knew about the economic progress of the Western countries. Here Western means European countries. So here Visvesvaraya, he was also wanted to put India in the lines of Western countries. Then another special quality or special nature of Visvesvaraya was he was disciplined one, and discipline was his motto. Discipline became his motto, not merely in his daily life but also in his work. He always given first priority to discipline everywhere, in his personal life and at the same time in his workplace and everywhere. So because of that principle, he achieved a lot of name and fame and also success. Because of discipline, he achieved success. Then his another achievement was he undertook various relief works in Mysore state during the period of First World War. First World War was started in the year 1914, and this war came to an end in the year 1918. And during this period, entire world witnessed several problems, especially economic problems. And Mysore state was also faced the effects of First World War, and during that time Visvesvaraya, he laid emphasis on mainly introducing these relief works. Actually, this period of his diwanship was one of the excitements due to the First World War. Here, because of the First World War, people were suffered from shortage of food. But here, Sir Visvesvaraya took up relief work by opening fair price shops in order to supply food to the needy and also poor. He opened fair price shops, then stopping export of food grains. He also stopped the export of food grains during that period because he wanted to provide food to his people, means the people of Mysore state. So he stopped the export of food grains. Then also he fixed the selling prices. Selling prices were fixed. In this way he supported the people who were suffered from shortage of food or various other basic needs. Then various railway and roadway projects were also started during the First World War period, and this shows the ability of Visvesvaraya. Actually, in one side, people were suffered from various problems, mainly economic crisis, shortage of food and various other problems. But at the same time, he provided various relief works to the people, and also he laid these railway and roadway projects. Then, so all these are some of the greatest achievements or achievements or his contributions towards the growth of Mysore state. And because of his efficiency and efficient in his work and dedicated service, the British government awarded a title to Visvesvaraya, and the name of the title is Sir. Sir title, actually that is the title which was received by Visvesvaraya by British government because of his efficiency in his service. Actually, Sir title was named as KCIE. KCIE means Knight Champion Companion of the Indian Empire. KCIE means Knight Companion of the Indian Empire. Actually, that is also known as Sir. So, after that, this Visvesvaraya popularly known as Sir M. Visvesvaraya or Sir Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya. He resigned to his post in the year 1918. After his resignation, he also took active part in the administration or developmental activities of the state. Means he given advices to the next administrators of the Mysore state. In this way, he actively involved in the developmental works of the Mysore state. Then, because of his great services, the independent government of India, means after independence, that is in the year 1955, government of India awarded Bharat Ratna to Visvesvaraya. And this is one of the greatest award which was received by Sir M. Visvesvaraya, and with this Visvesvaraya became the first Kannadiga who received this Bharat Ratna award. He received Bharat Ratna award in the year 1955. Then he was also wrote some of the works, mainly because he was concentrated on trade and commercial activities or economic growth development. So he authored many books, and some of the books which are authored by Visvesvaraya were A Vision of Prosperous Mysore. All these were the titles of the works which were written by Visvesvaraya. They were A Vision of Prosperous Mysore, then Reconstructing India, then Rapid Development of Industries, then Planned Economy for India, then he also wrote his own autobiography, and the name of his autobiography was Memories of My Working Life is the autobiography written by Sir M. Visvesvaraya. So all these are some of the literary contributions of Visvesvaraya. So with this he laid a strong foundation for the Mysore state and or a model state. Mysore as a model state. So all these were his achievements. Then this Visvesvaraya was succeeded by Kantaraja Aras. Then Kantaraja Aras was succeeded by A.K. Banerjee. Then A.K. Banerjee was succeeded by another great Diwan known as Mirza Ismail. He was also received that Sir title from the British government, and later he was also came to be known as Sir Mirza Ismail. Like Visvesvaraya, Sir Mirza Ismail was also gave a lot of contributions and also introduced various changes for the progress of Mysore state. So all these things were about the Visvesvaraya's diwanship or the administration of Visvesvaraya. With these administrative reforms or changes, Visvesvaraya laid the foundation for a strong Mysore state, and with this Mysore state became a model state in India. Thank you.